Welcome to Slow Flow. Let's start in a seat. Here, let's take our shoulders up by the ears and around. And maybe the opposite way, forward and back and forward again. And relax shoulders away from ears. Take some circles with the neck. And back up again. We'll take our hands to prayer. Thumbs to the forehead and greet each other with a namaste. Glad you're here. And let's take the arms straight up. Fingers spread wide. Look past the hands. Twist over to the right. One hand on the knee, other hand behind you. Grow tall. Breathe in. And breathe out, twist. You can now look over the left shoulder for a moment, still in your twist. Adding a neck stretch. Then come back to center. Spread fingers wide, look up past the hands, and twist over to the left hand on knee, other hand behind. Breathe in, grow tall, breathe out, twist. And you could add a neck stretch if you like. Look over right shoulder. Back to center. Take arms up. And let's fold forward. Hands down. Relax the neck. Breathe into the hips. Chin to the chest. Relax the expression on the face and the jaw. Let's walk the hands back up. Turn over into a table on your mat. Spread fingers wide. Shoulders above wrists, hips above knees. We'll begin with cat and cow, warming up the spine. Moving with the breath as you arch and round back. Let's take one more cat and cow. And walk the hands off a handprint. Take some circles with the hips. Move in one direction, maybe two circles that way. Take your time. And change direction. Come back to a table. Let's tuck the toes. Sit back on the heels for a minute. You can kind of go side to side, maybe fingertips on the ground. Try to stretch every toe, even the smallest toe here. Another rock side to side. And you can lean forward. Tap the toes out. Again, returning to table. Take the left hand so it's under the left shoulder. We'll take a table twist. Breathe in, lean to the left, and breathe out. Thread the right arm under the left shoulder. Left arm straight out. For a deeper stretch, you could walk the arm to the right corner. You could take your left leg out in line with the right one. 3 breaths here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Relax the jaw, lips together. And slide the left hand by the face. Take the left knee in. Sweep the right arm up and down. Let's take a wrist stretch between sides so your wrists face the front of the mat or each other. And rock forward and back. And turn the fingers to face the front of the mat again. Table, untuck toes if they're tucked. Right hand under right shoulder. Sweep your left arm up. Inhale, lean to the right side, body stretch before coming into the table twist. Resting on the left shoulder and side of the head, right arm up for a deeper stretch. Right hand to the left corner and right leg out parallel to the left one. Left hand, 3 breaths. Right hand by face, right knee in. Sweep left arm up and down. Keep the left hand down. Let's come onto the back of the right hand. Make a few fists here. So you're stretching the forearm. And press onto the right hand, very lightly resting on the back of the left hand. Make a few fists. And left hand down. Walk hands up. A hand print. Press all fingers into the mat, all knuckles, so that you can get some weight off of just the wrists. Tuck the toes and come up slowly. First downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Take your time warming up here. You can lift the heels and set them down. You can nod the head, shake the head, maybe open and close the mouth, relaxing the jaw. And let's come for the first time into a child's pose now. Gently lower the knees down, big toes touch, sink hips back, walk hands forward, forehead to the ground. Let your body be heavy on the mat. 3 rounds of breath in the yogic way, in and out through the nose. Side body stretch, left. Walk left and right hand over to the left side. One hand could come on top of the other or next to each other. Keep the hips sinking back. Breathing up and down the right side body. And lift the head. Walk hands through the center and to the right side, body stretch on the left. And back to the center. Let's come up for a puppy pose. Lift the hips above the knees. Walk the hands forward. Sink the chest towards the ground, chin on the mat or forehead on the mat. Breathe into the shoulders, let your chest sink down towards the ground with each breath out. And press into the hands. Come again into downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, hips up high and back. One more time, take a little movement. And let's find a still down dog, pressing especially into thumbs and index finger. You could bend your knees and hover them above the mat. Then take hips up high and back, heels towards the ground. A full round of breath here. And lift the heels, ripple forward to plank like the top of a push-up. You can always modify by taking your knees down. Full round of breath. And we can all lower to the knees and the chest and the chin. Untuck the toes, roll shoulders back, elbows by the sides as you lift up for a baby cobra. Forehead to the ground, tuck the toes, seat to heels, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Shoulder blades draw together, chest towards the thighs. Bend knees, walk slowly back towards the feet. Take a fold that you like, feet about 2 fists apart. I usually start with ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Letting the tension melt from the neck. Focusing on the steady breath. 1 more. And let's release hands. Take a half lift, hands on shins. Shoulder blades draw together, look forward as you breathe out full. Tuck the chin, press into feet, bend knees, rise up. Arms up, inhale, look up. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Lean to the right, half moon stretch. Hips to the left, you could look under the left shoulder. Arms up. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Lengthen the right arm up. Lean towards the left. You could look under right shoulder. And both arms up and down. Again, shoulder roll. Shoulders up by the ears and release down. Hands by the sides. Chin slightly tucked, Tadasana, mountain pose. Close the eyes, 3 breaths. Then open the eyes. Take the right foot forward for warrior 1. Back foot 45-degree angle. Hands on waist, right hip back, left hip forward, squaring the hips. Then take your arms up. Relax the shoulders. Let's interlace the hands now. You could also grab a strap in each hand. Take the chest up towards the sky and bow forward, humble warrior. Chest parallel with the ground or shoulder inside of the knee. Relax the neck. Subtly draw a right hip forward, a right hip back, left hip forward. Square the hips. Draw shoulders away from ears, then press into the feet. Take a slow rise up, straighten front leg, intense leg stretch. Keep length in the spine, fold forward, and arms alongside the right foot. You can always use blocks. Relax the head and neck now. You can stay like this, or with left hand down below left shoulder, maybe on a block. You could take a revolved triangle, right hand on the right side of the waist. Roll the shoulder back. Take the right arm up. And finally, look down. On this side, we'll take one more pose, balancing half moon. So right hand above and diagonal to the right foot. Take left leg in closer. Left hand on the side. Roll to your left. Left arm up. If you ever fall or wobble, just try to get back into the poses. Good. Balancing half moon. One more breath. Let's look down. Take left hand down. Step the left leg back. Sweep the right leg up. Take some circles with the right ankle. Bend the knee. Take some circles with the hip. Then straighten the right leg, take it back down by the left one, bend the knees, walk the hands towards the feet. Take a half lift, inhale, exhale, fold, root down, rise up, arms up, inhale, look up, maybe standing back, bend hips forward, arms back, before settling in again to Tadasana. Shoulders up and down. Close the eyes, 3 breaths. And open the eyes. Other side, step the left foot forward. Warrior one, back foot 45-degree angle, hands on waist, left hip back, right hip forward. Good. Arms up, relax shoulders. Humble warrior, interlace hands with opposite thumb on top, knuckles down, chest up, and bow halfway or further. With shoulder inside of knee, left hip slightly back, right hip forward, neck relaxed. Shoulders away from ears, 1 more breath. And press into the feet, rise up, straightening the front leg. Intense leg stretch. You could have blocks or props by your front foot if that would help you. And come down, relax the neck. Breathe up and down, left leg. And stay here or take your right hand below the right shoulder. Left hand on the side. Twist to your left and take left arm up for revolve triangle. Nice. And look down, moving into balancing half moon. Left hand above, diagonal to the left foot. Right leg comes up. Again, you could have a prop under your left hand to bring the floor higher. Roll the shoulder, open, stack the hips, right leg up. Balancing half moon. And look down, right hand down. Right leg back, sweep left leg up, take some circles with the ankle, bend the knee, take some circles with the hip, and left leg back on the ground. Let's bend the knees, walk hands back towards the feet. Half lift, fold, root down, rise up, arms up, inhale, look up, standing back bend, optional, arms by sides, mountain pose, 3 breaths. And open the eyes. Step the right foot forward again, warrior one. gonna turn into the back of the mat, coming into warrior two, bending into the left leg. See that your right arm is at the height of your left. Bend deeply into the left leg, look over the left hand. And right hand on the back leg, peaceful warrior, left arm up, side body stretch. You can look at left thumb or back foot. Side angle, modified, left forearm on the left thigh, right arm straight up or over the ear, roll the shoulder back. Slowly come up, straightening the front leg. Heel toe the right foot in towards the left. Trikonasana triangle. Reach out over the left leg and come down. Left hand on the left leg, right arm up. Circles with the right arm. Let's take 2 circles, nice and slow. And after the second one, arm back up, lean back, your head over the left leg. Warrior two, flip the palms up. And back down. And windmill the arms down. Step back into a plank. Let's lower slowly to the ground. Untuck the toes. Take forehead side to side. And let's take 2 rounds of Shalabhasana locust pose. Starting with arms by the sides. And lift everything but hips off of the mat. Look at the edge of the mat. 3 breaths. Hands by the head, lower onto the right ear. Bend the knees. Take legs side to side. Forehead down. Let's keep the cactus arms here like right angles. And Shalabhasana, lift everything off the mat but the hips. 3 breaths, looking at edge of mat. Hands down, come onto left ear, bend the knees, side to side, windshield wiper legs. And take the forehead back on the mat. You can come through plank or a modified child's pose, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Chin tucked. Full round of breath. And let's walk feet halfway up the mat. Take the left hand on the right ankle. Look under the right arm or anywhere on the leg. Left hand down, right hand on ankle or any part of the leg. Look under the left arm. Right hand down, slow walk to the front of the mat. You can have bent knees. And when you get there, take a half lift. Breathe out, fold. Press into feet, bend knees, rise up, arms up. Inhale, look up. And 3 breaths, mountain pose. And open eyes. Step the right leg back. Warrior one. Bending into the left leg. Arms up, relax shoulders. Warrior two. Back towards front of the mat. Bending deeply into right leg. Check to make sure both arms are parallel. At equal heights. And peaceful warrior, left hand down, right arm straight up or over the ear. Look at thumb or back foot. Modified side angle, lightly resting on the thigh with forearm, left arm up or over ear, making a diagonal line. Roll left shoulder back. Coming through warrior 2 into Trikonasana triangle. Maybe heel toe the back foot in. Torso way out over the right leg. And come to lightly rest right hand on the right shin. Left arm up. Take a few circles. You could also have your right hand on a block if you have one. And after the second circle, lean back in your triangle. Right the head over the right foot. Return to warrior 2. Take your time, bending into right leg. Foot palms up. And down. As you breathe out again, windmill your arms to the ground. Step back into plank. And lower to the ground with control. You can always come to knees first. Untuck the toes. Let's take right forearm parallel to top of the mat. Bend the left leg. Half frog. Press the left foot down towards the ground. Elbow up. Lifted chest or forehead on the arm. Breathing into the quad. And release that foot. Left forearm parallel to top of the mat. Bend into right leg. Press the right foot down, elbow up. Lifting the heart or taking forehead to the mat. And release that foot, forehead down. You could take one more locust pose, or you can take a bow, bending the knees, grabbing onto the tops of the feet. Press the feet back towards the back of the mat, into the hands and lift. Try to rock up onto the belly, shoulder blades draw together. And when you reach your limit, find child's pose to round the spine. Steady the breath. Focusing as much as you can on the sensations in the body, the sound of the breath. And if you're looking to rest a little bit now, you can stay as you are. Otherwise, let's find a dolphin pose, a headstand, or a forearm plank. So for any of those, you can take forearms parallel or interlaced hands. I'm going to take the forearm plank today, so I'm going to try to be like a horizontal line above the mat, not too high, not too low, and looking at the edge of the mat. So do what's right for you here. Looking strong. And stay until you reach your edge, and you could come into child's pose or completely onto the stomach. And take a few breaths. And let's meet on the stomach, heading into a shoulder stretch. So right arm out in line with the head. Left hand down, elbow up, roll onto the right shoulder, head lifted slightly, left foot down, left knee up. can stay like this. You could go a little further if you have the space with both knees up. Let's take 3 breaths here. And roll onto stomach. Left hand out, right hand down, right elbow up. So if you feel any pain in your shoulder, get out of the pose. And right hand back down. Forehead side to side. And now let's turn onto the back. Take knees into the chest and rock side to side and in circles. Notice all the places that your back meets the ground. And then take the feet down, coming into bridge. So tuck the chin, so neck is long. Press into feet and arms, slowly lift hips and chest. Let's take 3 breaths here. And slowly lower down. We'll take a twist, arms into a T, right leg over left. Press left foot into the ground, lift hips to the right long edge, and knees to the left. You can always take a simple twist by stacking right knee directly on left. Tilt head to the right. 3 more breaths, slow and deep. And come on to the back. Right foot down, left leg over the right. Press right foot into the mat, lift hips to the left, and knees fall to the right. You can look over left shoulder, recline, twist, 3 breaths. And come on to the back again. Feet hip width apart, knees up, arms on the ground. Tuck the chin, press into the feet, curl up hips and chest. Interlace, hands under you, shoulder blades draw together, so a little more opening in the upper chest. Press into the feet and the arms. 3 breaths in bridge. And lower down slowly. Right ankle on left knee. Flex the right foot. Press the right knee forward. Lift the left leg. Interlace behind the left thigh or in front of the left shin. Pull the left leg towards you at any amount. Let's take 5 breaths. Breathing into the right hip. As you're ready, release the left foot down and the right foot down. Feet about on the sides of the mat. Knees up, arms into a T. Let's take the knees side to side. And back into reclined pigeon. Other side. Left ankle under right knee. Press the left knee forward, flex the left foot, and lift right leg. Wrap the fingers around it. Let's take 5 breaths, breathing into left hip. And lower the right foot, lower the left foot. One more bridge. You could take restorative with a prop under the sacrum. You could take one we've already done, or come into a full wheel with the hands by the ears, fingers facing the front of the mat. Press into feet, lift up. And lower down. Take knees into the chest. And again, rock side to side. Let's take hands around the thighs and rock up and back. And turn back to face the front of the mat. Downward dog. 3 breaths here. And let's lift heels, shift forward into a plank again. Hold the plank. 3, 2, 1. Come down to the ground, untuck toes, roll shoulders back. Take a cobra. Lower forehead to the ground, tuck the toes, and find downward facing dog again. 3 breaths. And lift right leg up, bend the knee, roll the hip open, scorpion tail. Right foot back down, left leg up, bend the knee, roll the hip open, scorpion tail. And left leg back down. Let's bend the knees, come to the ground, cross the ankles, come into a seat. Take a Dandasana, staff pose. So you're sitting straight up, press the arms into the ground and the legs into the ground. Then take your arms overhead and come forward, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. You can always have a strap around the feet or grab onto the feet with your hands. And slowly roll up. A twist, half Lord of the Fishes. So take the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Bend the left leg. Right hand behind you. Lengthen left arm and twist to the right. Inhale, grow tall through crown of head. Exhale, twist. Look over right shoulder. And let's look forward again. Come into a double pigeon, so your right leg is in front of the left, like this. Flex the feet. You can stay up, lean back, or come forward. If there's a big space between the knee and the ankle, you can put some kind of a rolled up towel or any prop you have there. 3 breaths. And press up slowly. Take the feet down, knees up. The windshield wiper legs, one side to side. And take the legs straight out again. Let's take a Paschimottanasana or a version of the forward fold, but this time we'll bend forward, bend the knees, and take hands under the thighs. So it's more of a back stretch. Relax the neck. And slowly roll up. The twist, so left foot over and around beside the right thigh. Bend the right leg, left hand behind, right arm lengthens up and twist to the left, elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Nice. Twist a little more on your next exhale. And look forward again. We'll take the double pigeon here, like 2 stacks of firewood. Flex the feet here. So we're breathing now into the left hip, this way, upright or folded forward. 3 breaths or so. Slowly roll up if you're down. Let's take a wide leg seated forward fold. So you can always be sitting on something, by the way, to ease your folds, like some kind of cushion. So legs out, pelvis shifted forward. Here you can stay up. You can fold forward. Let's take 5 breaths. And let's meet in an upright way, still with the legs as they are. And take your right forearm inside of the right leg, left arm straight up and over the ear. So side body stretch, roll the left shoulder up. Good. Or back, that is, look beyond the left shoulder. And other side, left forearm by the left thigh, right arm up or over the ear, roll the right shoulder back. Good. And arms up. One more time, the wide leg seated forward fold like this, or further down. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath. And if if you're down, press up slowly. Let's take the feet down, knees up. Take a little movement like this, or shaking out the legs. Then let's come to face the front of the mat again. With feet down, knees up. Fingers face the feet. Press into the feet and the hands. Lift up, reverse table. Draw shoulder blades together, head up. Or you can take it back if your neck is feeling healthy. Slowly lower down. Hands behind the thighs, preparing for Navasana bridge or boat. Shins parallel with the ceiling or straight and diagonal. Remove the hands. Let's hold 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full body stretch. Get as long as you can from fingers to toes. Fingers spread wide. Point the toes. And let's take the feet down, knees up. Lift the hips to the right. Banana pose, another side stretch. So you want to stay completely on the back, stretching the right side, arms overhead. If this stretch isn't deep enough for you, you could take your right ankle on left thigh and grab onto the right wrist. Let's breathe up and down right side, 5 breaths. You can always close your eyes if it helps you. Draw inward, whatever's right for you. And arms down, feet down, knees up. Take the hips over to the left side. So curving yourself like a banana towards the right, staying on the back, not rolling onto the right side. And stay like that, breathing up and down the left side body or left ankle on right. And gently tug the left wrist. 5 breaths. And when you're ready to release, arms down. Feet down, knees up. One more hip opener. Shoelace pose or reclined Gomukhasana. So right leg on left knee. Lift the left foot. You can press the knees down with the hands. For a very deep stretch, you could grab onto the feet, make them the legs in a line, and press the feet towards the ground. So aiming to stretch the right hip here. And both feet down. Other side for the shoelace pose. Left leg over the right. So you can lift right leg up and press gently on the knees. Getting a stretch on the left hip, or you could grab the feet. Either way. And both feet down. And knees into the chest. Maybe take the head towards the knees. rounding. And down, happy baby. Grab the blades of the feet. You can rock, you can stay still. You could straighten one leg and the other. Now let's find another inversion to get legs above the heart as we conclude our class. You could come to a wall, take your legs up the wall. You could take your legs straight up, waterfall, or find a shoulder stand. Hands on the waist, legs straight as an arrow. If plow makes sense for you now, you could take the knees to the forehead, modified version. You could take the legs behind you. Be careful of pressure on your neck. And when you're ready to release, let's meet in fish. Legs straight out. Come onto the elbows. Draw the shoulder blades together. Puff up at the chest. You can look straight ahead or take the head back. Opening the heart and throat. And let's make our way onto the ground. You can take the right knee into the chest, side to side, and left knee into chest, side to side. Another full body stretch. Notice all the space you've created in body and mind. And settle into a comfortable resting position. Let your feet flop open, palms to the sky. Take head side to side, relax the neck. Relax jaw, close the eyes. Settle in here with a cleansing breath. When you're ready, full breath in through the nose and sigh it out. There's no more need for effort. Shavasana. let's take another cleansing breath together. If you like, deep breath in through the nose. Inside out. Before you move again, just take a moment to notice how you feel after your hour of yoga. Focusing on the body and the breath. And now you can take a little movement again. Circle wrists and ankles, wiggle your fingers and toes. You can roll to one side in a fetal position, a few more breaths in peace and quiet. And let's press up into a seat. Take our hands to heart center and thumbs to the forehead. The light in me honors the light in you. And we'll bow to each other. Namaste. Thanks for coming.